Hello my friends, today we're going to be looking at some Mario Maker levels I created. Specifically, of course, Mario Maker 2. And here's the Deku King from Majora's Mask. What the fudge, Deku Butler? He just threw something at me. I thought we were friends. Oh, fine then, Mr. Deku. Be that way. I'll show the other level first. Yep, we have two levels. One is called Deku Palace, Zelda Majora's Mask, and the other is an African-themed level, and that level is called Protect Ancestor and He Protect You. Now I know that's kind of an odd name, but the reason why it's named that way is because, for one, there's a 32 character limit in the Mario Maker 2's title, so I could only fit a certain number of words in there. And for two, I wanted to keep a title in there that would basically explain what the player would be doing throughout the level. Now, basically what this level is all about is a type of artwork in Gabon which protects ancestral bones, and those bones can be then used to help the living. So, without further ado, let's look at this level. Alrighty, let us begin. And we start at the base of the reliquary basket, which attached to the top of said basket is the reliquary figure, the Mbulu Ngulu. And this artwork you'll see is composed of both the question blocks and coins, and Mario's collecting these coins because I made a clear condition of getting 170 coins in this level because I wanted the player to absorb the essence of the Mbulu Ngulu so that Mario in a sense is becoming one with it so that he can protect the ancestral relics, and in this case relics of course are bones, which we are about to see as soon as Mario enters that door. There he is. So there's the ancestor, which we must protect. Now, you of course use these on-off switches to create bridges and whatnot for the ancestor to cross, but you gotta be careful because that could happen. But don't worry, there's a respawn point. Now, as I mentioned, in this level we are guarding the ancestor relics. Now, when I was a kid, the only time I'd ever heard the word relics was when I was playing Final Fantasy VI. I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, and in that game, relics were these things that you would equip to make your characters stronger, so I always assumed that relics was just like another word for like jewelry or something. But it turns out, no! Relics means the bones of dead people. So that Moogle charm you were wearing is actually the skull of one of Mog's best friends. And yes, I know of the other definition for relic, which is just an historical object, but let me have my fun, folks, and let me imagine that the sprint shoes from Final Fantasy VI are the ground-up bones of Sonic the Hedgehog. They used Bolt 2 on his ass! So you may notice in the game we just uncovered another respawn point for our ancestral bones. Now, I did that in order to make this level a little easier on the player, but this also allows for a little bonus reward at the end of the level because you only need to bring one of the ancestral relics to the end of the road here, but if you can safely bring both of the ancestral relics to the end here, you get a bonus reward. Another thing I'd like to mention is, although this concept of revering ancestral bones might seem a bit foreign to some of you, it's worth mentioning that this isn't just an exclusive thing to Africa. It's actually something that happens in other parts of the world as well. Even such well-known faiths as Christianity and Buddhism have relics that are revered. Since we were able to help 2 ancestors, we have the key. This key allows us to open a little door up here, and it grants us access to a bonus room which looks like another Mbulu Ngulu, and it has another 100 coins to collect. But of course our main objective is to get the dry bone shell and the invincibility star, which is a gift from our ancestors for protecting them through their journey. And now we must journey through these deadly waters, which will be relatively easy now that we are being protected by the ancestors' powers. Not even Bowser can stand in our way. Bowser in this case, of course, would just be a simple metaphor for a seemingly insurmountable problem in one's life. Once you enter the red pipe, your journey is almost at an end. You can either get to the goal post more safely by jumping to the right side of the map, or, if you want to end the level more stylishly, you can put your faith in the ancestors one more time by utilizing a special skill of the dry bone shell. And with that, we have completed our African-themed Mario Maker 2 stage. But of course, that's not the only stage we have on display today. We also have a Zelda Majora's Mask stage, because as you all know, I do love my Zelda games. So, we're about to enter the Deku Palace. And within the Deku Palace, we of course see the Deku King, the Deku Butler, and a bunch of his Deku buddies. And the little Goom Brat that's being held by the claw grip is representing the monkey who has been falsely accused of kidnapping the Deku Princess. The main reason, gameplay-wise, to come in here, of course, is to get that red coin, which you will need, 2 of which you will need to get into the key door that you can kind of see down below. Entering the door on the left will grant you access to a little area that has a 1-up. This area represents one of the various side areas of the Deku Palace that's guarded by the little Deku scrub guards that will, capture you and throw you out of the place if they see you. Now, next, of course, you would be going to the door on the right. Now, the door on the right leads you to somewhere special. There's a little pipe that will lead you to the place where you would encounter the bean seller. Yes, that's right, Boom Boom is representing the bean seller in this case, and the bean is another red coin. I'd recorded this in separate, different recordings, so you don't see 2 red coins in this case, but yes, that's where you would get your second red coin. And there was, of course, a little secret 30 coin up there, because there was a opportunity in Majora's Mask to get some extra rubies, if I remember correctly, by growing bean sprout. Anyway, with key in hand, you can now jump down to the lower platform, as we're about to do, and then unlock the key door over there. And you'll do so by running across, or if you want to hop across, the little platforms over there, which represent little lily pads that the Deku would have hopped across. Because of course you had to transform into a Deku to get into the Deku Palace.
Oh, no.
Now over here, this part of the level is representing the Deku Flower area, where you would use your flying abilities to hop from, well, to fly from Deku Flower to Deku Flower to get over the palace itself to enter the secret area, so that you can learn the song from the monkey. So this is the hardest part of the level, pretty much. And to get through here, you of course have to be really good at your spin jumps. Yeah, you can clear that part without getting hurt, but in this particular try, I didn't quite make it. But either way, I still got in there. And luckily there's a checkpoint. There's the monkey, it teaches you the song. The song is represented by a P-switch in this case. And that's good enough because a P-switch does create a song. In the game itself, it would be the Sonata of Awakening that he would teach you. The P-switch song is not as pleasant as the Sonata of Awakening. Anyway, so using the P-switch, you open this P-switch door, and now you can exit the level with just a few more spin jumps left to do. And the bloopers represent those pesky bug-like creatures that roam around the swamp area. And with that, you win the level, and you are now ready to enter Woodfall Temple. That's all for today, folks. If you want to learn more about the Mbulu Ngulu, then I suggest you check out a video I made called A Tour of the National Museum of African Art, The Entrance. And if you want to see more Mario Maker, not only do I have plans for more Mario Maker 2 videos, we also have a couple of old school Mario Maker 1 videos that you can check out.